Toastmaster Srinivas.
Around 15 months ago, I was very intent in making YouTube videos. I was making a video after video, and they were not coming out well at all. And I was really upset. I called my friend and showed him one of my videos I was doing and asked him, what do you think about it? He laughed and said, you need to go to a speakeasy outlet and get a portion, and maybe that will help. So, for those of you, how many of you have heard of a speakeasy outlet? So, a speakeasy outlet was in the 1920s to 1933 in the US. Even the US was a crazy, country which looks down upon liquor. So they had a liquor ban between 1920 and 1933. And it is not just an Indian misconception that liquor is bad, it's a universally considered evil. So they had a liquor ban between 1920 and 1933. And during those days, there were a lot of illicit liquor shops which opened everywhere. Those liquor shops were called speakeasy outlets. So my friend was telling me, I need to get drunk to get better. Yeah, so it did help. So it was not helping, and I was seriously worried. I really wanted my YouTube videos to come out better. So I was wondering, and then Srini, I think, called me. I called Srini, and Srini called me, and we were doing something about Toastmasters. And then I realized, why not join Toastmasters, and maybe that will help me improve my YouTube videos. Speak better in front of the camera. That was the hope. So I joined Toastmasters with the hope that my YouTube videos will get better. So let me tell you something about what happened around 15 months ago. Around 15 months ago, I was just coming out of nearly 15 years of rehab and psychiatric care. I was being treated for schizophrenia and bipolar disorders. So I was coming out of 15 months of doing nothing. Just sitting and, not having friends, doing nothing, not earning any money. And when I was coming out, I was by then sick and tired of not doing anything. I really wanted to be there, do this, do that. And I had a lot of faith in my abilities. Only that I had very little to show for what I have done in life. So I was very keen, So when I joined Toastmasters, I thought, let's join Toastmasters and maybe it'll help me make better YouTube videos and maybe I'll become viral and very successful. So that was the hope. So that's why I joined Toastmasters around 15 months ago, and this is where I've gotten in 15 months. So when I joined Toastmasters initially, I always believed I could make a very good speaker. So that was not anything I doubted. I just thought I needed a little practice because I was rusting for over 20 years of not having spoken in public before. I was rusting and going through all that I went through. I was not probably at my best. So I also realized that good speaking is not just about practicing good speaking. It is also about what you are inside, how confident you are, how well adjusted you are in life. And then I realized my confidence, although I was very confident about my abilities to do well in life, I was not confident and happy with what I had done till then. And that was in some way eating away into my psyche. And then I realized if I had to be a better speaker at Toastmasters, I had to work on two things. One, practice public speaking. Two, work on my confidence levels. So practicing public speaking, I got into the Pathways program. I practiced public speaking. I went through all that. But I realized confidence is the more important thing, and that is what will get me ahead in life. And what I realized I had to do was I had to start making money to feel better. And so I came from a tolerably well-to-do family. Money by itself was not very important, except for what it meant for your self-esteem, and that is very important, right? So I realized I had to make money to feel good about myself. And the second thing, I was a little obese, clumsy. I came out of all those psychiatric drugs, so I was a little, complicated in the way I related to people. And 20 years of not socializing with people got me behaving in ways which I would rather not now, right? So Yeah, so that was me. So my first amongst my priorities was getting my confidence back, and I had a three-pronged attack for that. I had to, first work on making money. Two, get into shape. So I was a little obese, I was a little clumsy, and three, have more friends, because I was not with friends for a long time and all that, and I had to learn, because I was rusty in social skills. So I had to learn to get along with people and all that, and make friends and all that. So that was the plan. So I got along, I started giving my icebreaker speech, I gave more speeches, but I worked on my confidence, and the first thing about my confidence was making more money. And I realized the only thing I'm good at was buying stocks, and I've always been very good at buying stocks, at investing. So I've always done investing very well. So, but the problem with that was I didn't have so much money to invest. All I was getting was around 60,000 rupees a month back then, and that was from the family kitty. And I couldn't ask for more, because they wouldn't know, what I would be doing with that money, right? So I had to do something about that 60,000. Within the 60,000 is all I had. And I remember around 15 years ago, I took a 2 lakh loan from two friends in my other club, the Jubilee Hills Club, and I maxed my credit card. I had 2 credit cards. I maxed my credit cards, and which gave me something like 2,20,000, and at an interest of nearly 36-40%. So it's a very high cost, this thing. And then I realized with the shares I buy, I can get a loan against share at about 9.5%. So 15 months ago, I managed to put together 10 lakhs of rupees with all this, 2 lakhs from friends, 2.5 lakhs from the credit card, and 4 lakhs from the LAS. I probably had around 8 to 9 lakhs of loan and 10 lakhs of stocks. That was risky. So, but with that, I started off, and I was very lucky. I was very clear in my head that 2 findings that I had, M&M and M&M Finance, were a brilliant buy. I was very confident they were a great buy. I took that risk, because this could be very risky. If I had started losing money, I would have been in negative net worth, I would have been on the road, and I would have had all kinds of things to explain to my friends and all that. So I managed, I survived. Fortunately for me, although initially the stock market started going down, but I knew I'm getting 60,000 at the end of every month. So I was saving, and every month I was saving around 25,000 out of that. I really cut corners. I would go to a shop and clothes. I'd buy 5 shirts, 5 trousers, stuff like that. I cut all that out, and I saved money and I invested. And I've fortunately now come to a place where this month my portfolio is 22 lakhs and a net worth of 11 lakhs, up from 2 lakhs a year ago. 2 lakhs to 11 lakhs. I'm feeling very good about what I've done. So, yeah, and that helps my overall aura. That makes me feel better about coming and speaking, right? So that's the first goal achieved. I made a little bit of money. I made around 9 lakhs, and my savings included. My profit was, so I realized last year I made twice the best performing mutual fund in India. And that is from a person who doesn't read business newspapers at all. It's probably a year since I read a business newspaper. And I laugh at people who read business newspapers, okay? So I don't read a business newspaper, and the best performing mutual fund in India probably has 100 people doing research for them. I don't have any money. Just don't read newspapers. I have my ways, and I found my way out of this. I believe by next year I'll be worth 45 lakhs, and after that, yeah, let's hope things get much better. So the next thing, I lost weight. I hit the gym for 3 months. I lost 10 kgs. I also started eating less, and I think I'm looking a little better now. So yeah, what has been kind? What has been kind? So, and I also started a WhatsApp group in our club, the Jubilee Hills Club, and now I'm very well networked almost in the club. I mean, I know a lot of people who are very influential, very rich, and a lot of them were very intelligent too. So I mean, for example, a word combobulate I gave as the word of the day other day was something told to me by one of my friends in the club. So that was very nice. So the quality of friendships I have now, I'm so happy I have them. So yeah, so that's one thing. And then, yeah, that I took care of my confidence. Now I need to go a little further on my path of, trying to work on my speech. I have a lot of filler words that I get. That's the next goal. Get rid of the filler words and have less of them. And let's hope life is good, and let's hope the future is bright. And I'd end with the Robert Frost poem that the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep.